for our story, where we have been, and where we go next. I don't fully know where to begin, though. So do I start with the first time? Oh, shoot. I didn't even make it through a page. Do I start with the first time I noticed you in 2014 and admit that I noticed you first? Or do I start with the subsequent and totally failed ploys to get you to notice me? Do I start with our first kiss in San Francisco a couple of weeks before Christmas, where we are dressed as two very different versions of Santa? Do I also start with the part where you've been a confidant, a co-conspirator, and my best friend, and most of all, a partner these last 5 years? You challenge me to challenge myself and support me in ways I never dreamed possible. And after dating for less than 6 months, you confidently told me parents love me and willingly committed to a week-long vacation out of the country with my parents, which, why? How? You encouraged me to say yes for a promotion in Texas and immediately started researching places for our first home. You urged me to lead a project in Uganda to build bridges, and then stocked the whole house in preparation for a quarantine because the pandemic started while we were disconnected from the world. And then afterwards, you took me to Target just to show me that there really was no toilet paper on the shelves. You set yourself apart from the others because of the ways you love me. And I've never had to minimize myself because you have always celebrated all parts of me and shared in the efforts to get through any challenges together. I vowed to respect you and passionately love you. I vowed to always reconnect and to share all the pillows I stole from your side of the bed while you're away, even if I've created a pillow nest masterpiece. Yeah. And it's a masterpiece. I vow to make sure you know you always belong in my life. I vow to grow old with you and hold your hand every chance I get. And I vow to make you feel as safe, loved, and cherished as you have made me feel. I'm not crying yet. I've longed to marry you for years, and that longing ends now and is transformed into longing to start our family. It's you and me and our families, and I vow to never stop choosing you over and over and over. Sincerely, your soon-to-be wife, Katrina Lucille.
Kat, I keep looking back at all of the events of my life, knowing that with the good and the bad, I wouldn't change anything since they brought me here with you today. You are the best thing that has ever happened to me. Everything I do from here on out is for you and for our lives together. The sight of you brings me joy and melts my stress away. I love our time together, whether you're acting pretty or anything else you're doing. From here on out, no matter what happens, where life brings us, whatever it brings us, we have it together. I love you.
Okay, everyone, let's be seated, please. You ready?
Yeah. Are you ready?
You ready? Right. Good afternoon. Welcome to beautiful Lake Tahoe for this special occasion. Make yourself comfortable and please silence your cell phones. Appreciate that. On behalf of Katrina and Greg and their families, I want to thank all of you for being here today to celebrate the special love between these two wonderful people. Kat and Greg are happy to share this moment with you, and your presence here is no accident. They have known most of you for many years, and some a lifetime. And because you are the ones who have supported them and have known them so well, it is only fitting that you are the ones to share in this once-in-a-lifetime moment with them. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Wayne. I'm Greg's godfather. I was a good friend of Steve, Greg's dad. We went to high school together at Sarah High School. Go Padres.
Go.
And he was my dental supply salesman. I believe I may have helped pay for Greg and Robert's education, considering how many dental products I purchased through the years from Steve. Steve met Louise through my wife, Jerry, and on their wedding day, I had the important job of escorting Louise down the aisle. Greg also mentioned that, hold on.
Too many pages.
Sorry about that. My fingers are a little cold. Today I have the great honor and privilege to stand here with you both and formalize the commitment and love you have for each other. I watched Greg grow up through the years as our children went to the same elementary school. I have fond memories of our Christmas tradition, where together we would cut down a tree for our families to decorate. Or we'd go to Disneyland while in Anaheim attending a dental convention. Of course, we can't forget the time we went on a tour of Tijuana and had a photo taken with all of us standing next to a zonkey. And if you don't know what a zonkey is, you got Google. Or the time your dad almost had a stroke when he saw that my daughters had dressed up Rob, who was about 4 or 5 years old, in a costume to look like Jasmine from Disney's Aladdin. Just for you, Rob. I never had a son, but I could always count on Greg stopping by on Father's Day with a gift and spending time catching up on what was going on in his life. And although I didn't see Greg as much after he went away to college, Louise kept us up to date as best as she could, because I'm sure Greg didn't tell her everything that was going on at Cal Poly. After a while, Jerry and I were informed that he was dating a wonderful woman he met in 2014 while they both were working on the high-speed rail. Greg said they didn't start dating until 2016, and then they were engaged in 2020. So it seems their relationship advanced at about the same speed as the rail project.
Big cup.
Greg also mentioned that their mutual love of traveling and the outdoors has brought them all over the state, the country, and around the world. From hiking in the Yosemite Valley to drinking wine across Paris, they spent the last 6.5 years enjoying and exploring life together. In 2019, they started another great adventure, picking up and moving across the country to Texas. It was on a hike in April 2020, during the midst of a pandemic, that they got engaged. So now here we are on your wedding day, and as someone who has been married for 38 years, I'd like to share some thoughts about marriage and what it means. Dating is about what you can get, and marriage is about what you can give. When you're wrong, admit it. Be sure to say I'm sorry when it's needed. When you're right, shut up. It's important to try to compromise when you have disagreements. If you can't, then Greg, you just say, yes, dear. Remember this one very important thing. A happy wife is a happy life. Also, Greg, just know that if you two should have children, you will be moved to a lower position in the family's pecking order. You will need to get used to it, but you should already be somewhat used to it, because after the wedding, Kat will occupy the top spot if she hasn't already. Enjoy your moments together, because your life is about to speed up, and you will forget some of the good things and good times that have happened. You are now on the roller coaster of life, a lot of ups and downs that you must learn to traverse. Love and support each other. Be generous with your time and with compliments. Be attentive and helpful. Always value and respect each other. You are giving a precious gift today, an everlasting commitment. Protect that gift with all that you are. And now we come to the words that Kat and Greg want to hear the most today, the words that officially take them across the threshold from being engaged to being married. Kat, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to Greg in marriage? If so, answer, I do.
I do.
Greg, do you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to Kat in marriage? If so, answer, I do.
I do.
A little louder.
I do.
Okay. We have 2 rings here. Thank you. These wedding rings are an outward and visible sign of the love and commitment you both share for one another. Greg, place this ring on Kat's finger. Okay. Join hands and repeat after me. Don't interrupt. You might lose track. I, Gregory Natoli,
I, Gregory Natoli,
take you, Katrina von Kamrath,
take you, Katrina von Kamrath,
to be my lawfully wedded wife,
to be my lawfully wedded wife,
to have and to hold, for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
from this day forward till death do us part.
from this day forward until death do us part.
Your turn. Kat, place the ring on his finger. Join hands and repeat after me. I, Katrina von Kamrath,
I, Katrina von Kamrath,
take you, Gregory Natoli,
take you, Gregory Natoli,
to be my lawfully wedded husband,
to be my lawfully wedded husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
for better or for worse,
for better and for worse,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer and for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
from this day forward till
from this
death
day.
do. I'm sorry. Go
Do
ahead.
it again.
Go ahead. Till death do. From this day forward till death do us part. You made me lose my spine.
You gotta
From
finish.
this day forward until death do us part, and without any further interruptions.
Thank you. In the presence of your family and your friends, and by the power vested in me by the state of Nevada and the Universal Life Church Ministries headquartered in Seattle, Washington, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Greg, you may now kiss the bride.
Hey, husband.
People are cold. It's my honor to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Gregory and Katrina Natoli.